everybody and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to be sharing, I guess, a little bit of a story time style video about an experience that I had whilst over in Orlando, Florida recently. Now I've only been back not even 2 weeks yet, so this is recent, and I really am not 100% sure what it is. And I know that timeshares are prominent in a lot of holiday destinations. I'm presuming that Universal Orlando is no different. I've read up only little bits and pieces about possible timeshare locations in Orlando and stuff like this. I wouldn't want anyone's holiday to be ruined. If something seems too good to be true, it more than likely is. We spent all of our 2-week Florida holiday in Universal. We love Universal, and as much as we love Disney as well, this time around it was solely meant to be a Universal Halloween Horror Nights holiday, so that's what we did. I'm going to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what this is. It seems like it could possibly be a timeshare, but I'm not like 100% sure. I'm a little bit confused as to why Universal Orlando would, if it is a timeshare, allow the advertisement of timeshares, given the fact that timeshares do have a rather horrible and terrible reputation. So we were in Universal Orlando, we were in Universal Studios, and I have a feeling that a lot of you guys are going to know exactly where I say, but there is this section of the park in Universal Studios. The staff there always seem to be over the top, wanting to get your attention. And the location that I'm talking about in Universal Studios is right next door to where Men in Black is. You have the Simpsons ride, and then if you kind of carry on walking around, you will come to the Men in Black ride. And then if you carry on walking a little tiny bit further down there, past Men in Black, you'll come to like this kiosky section, and it's been there for years. I just do not like sometimes how the staff rope you in and get your attention by offering you free stuff. There's always a catch to free stuff, always. But yeah, there's this little section of the park right next door to Men in Black pretty much. There's usually, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 members of staff. An older gentleman pulls us aside, and immediately I get a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth, because this guy, it's a pet peeve of mine when people try to get my attention by going, oi. Like, I hate that. And then they go like, oi, and then it's like, come here, as if like I've got this really cool secret to tell you, and it's like, no, you really haven't. Please get away from me, I don't want to know. But my mum starts walking over there, and it's just me and my mum. So when I see her start walking over to this gentleman who's like, oi, and went like this, I'm just like, oh Lord, why? I follow her over there, and first off, the guy goes, where are you guys from? Fair enough. So we explain to this gentleman that we are here from England. And then the next question always is, how long are you staying here for? And at this point in our holiday, we were about halfway through it. So we had another week left to go. And then he starts being a bit weird in the questions that he asks. Like, he starts going into like, are me and my mum in a relationship? And I'm like, she's my mum, dude. Like, please, I can't stand this. Like, I really despise these kinds of really in-depth personal questions. I don't mind telling you that I'm from Britain. I don't mind telling you that I'm here on a 2-week holiday. But please, this guy assumed that me and my mum were in a relationship. It's so obvious that we're not in a relationship. And I was gobsmacked. I was literally like, are you serious? And I literally just stared at him dead in the face, and I just said, no, she's my mum. Like, she's my mum. To me, it's a little bit disrespectful to A, assume that we're in a relationship, but B, then to be so blatant about it and blunt about it. Like, if I was in a relationship with my mum, that's pretty wrong. like illegal. So straight away that leaves us just really bad taste in my mouth. I understand that sometimes things just go wrong when you're interacting with people, that's fine, but I don't know, it was just a very personal thing to ask, and then it's a very personal thing to assume, you know. It was just bad taste in my mouth. Didn't like the guy straight away. So then I was kind of like, you know, motioning to my mum like we should just go now, but then the guy starts reeling us in by saying, I can get you a free breakfast, or I can also get you free Blue Man Group tickets, and there was something else. Oh, it was free Halloween Horror Nights tickets. So he was basically trying to reel us in and get our interest. It's a very clever marketing technique because people see free things and they're automatically intrigued by them. So we could have had apparently free Halloween Horror Nights tickets, free Blue Man Group tickets, or have a free breakfast. And me and my mum immediately said, we already have our Halloween Horror Nights tickets, meaning I don't want any of this. I'm just like, I know sometimes people are just genuine, but so much has happened to me in the past where people just let me down and I've just gone in full belief, you know, like a gullible idiot that I sometimes am. So I'm automatically just very suspicious. And then the guy starts talking more and more about free breakfast. And I was like, I'm gonna let you just talk and talk, see how long you talk for. And then I'm gonna literally see you get to the end of your speech, and then I'm gonna tell you I'm not interested and walk off. So the guy like starts whittering on. He takes us over to his little desk. He talks about where we're staying. Now we were staying on site at Cabana Bay, and the guy says, well, you guys can have a free breakfast in Westgate Palace. And if you guys don't know, Westgate Palace is a hotel on iDrive, very close actually to the Universal Orlando Resort. So he starts saying, free breakfast at the Westgate Palace. We will come and pick you up from Universal's Cabana Bay Hotel and take you to Westgate Palace, where you're going to have a lovely free breakfast, and it's going to be like buffet style, and then when you're all done we can pick you up and take you back to your hotel. And I stared at him and I thought, but I don't really, that doesn't make any sense to me. I've chosen to stay on site for a reason. And I can't really remember the ins and outs of the conversation after that, but the guy kind of kept like pushing, like, are you sure it's free? And I'm like, no. Like, please, just stop talking. Eventually, you know, after a little bit of toing and froing, I just walked away from the guy. No, I'm not interested in your free breakfast, which probably consists of a presentation at the Westgate Palace trying to get me to buy into timeshares. And I've read horrendous stories on timeshares where people have gone with the hopes of just getting like free or discounted tickets for places, hot tourist attractions, and their holiday just turns into a complete nightmare. I can be polite, but when you just start pushing and pushing and pushing, I'm gonna get a bit arsey, all right? Let's face it. I think we all do. There's always that line of like, right, I've had enough of your shit. We're going. I really, if it is a timeshare, I don't really think that they should be allowed to advertise their timeshare and to some extent harass guests. They do rope you in. Actually, I'd walked past a few days prior to this desk on our way into the Men in Black ride, and one of the staff members looked at me and tried to rope me in with like, do you want money for free? I don't agree with it, especially when sometimes they grill you a little bit about where you're from, where you're staying, how long you're here for, and if you're in a relationship with your mother, apparently. And I do know actually that Westgate Palace does offer timeshares. So immediately I did kind of put two and two together and think, timeshare. We just walked away from it, but I know that there are going to be people who do get reeled in by that free stuff or severely discounted stuff, and I don't know, it's in many cases, not always, but in many cases, it's just a recipe for disaster. So just watch out, be wary. So I think that's going to be it. I feel like I've talked for a very long time about this. So thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, leave it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please make sure to go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope to see you in my next video.